Gotcha!
This is a spell book?
That there is the Wizard's Companion, the fount of all wizarding knowledge.
The Wizard's Companion.
What's happening, trophy hunters and hunterettes? John Ryan here with IGN, and we're looking at Ni no Kuni. This is the Magic Master Trophy, which you basically get for acquiring all the spells in the Wizard's Companion throughout the game. Now, through the main storyline, you'll get a bunch of different spells that have a ton of different uses. Some of them open doors or chests, some let you instantaneously just kind of quick travel across the map, while others are spells you can use in combat to do, like, crazy amounts of damage. However, once you've completed the story, you'll note there's a bunch of pages still missing, unless you've already completed a series of side quests that can be found throughout the game. Early on, around the time you first meet King Tom in Ding Dong Dell, you'll find a spirit-type dude. He's a ghost hanging out behind what looks to be like a large gravestone, and he gives you the Spirit Medium spell, which essentially just allows you to talk to ghosts. It's helpful. Spooky, but helpful. So you'll find this ghost dude, Horace, in other towns throughout your travels. Odds are that when you first enter a new city, you can find him there. He'll give you riddles to solve with your Wizard's Companion, and as a reward, you'll get new spells. Once you've solved all Horace's riddles and, get all the other spells in the game, you'll be able to unlock the Magic Master Trophy. So for detailed descriptions of how to solve each of these riddles, check out the videos below. This, however, is kind of just the Cliff Notes version. So the first time after Ding Dong Dell you'll find him is in Alma Moon, where he'll give you a story from the Tales of Wonder. Make sure to read it and pay attention when you do, because Horace is going to quiz you on it after you finish. He'll basically ask you which dragon in the story was the smaller one, and the answer is the Dragon of the West. Not East, but West. Answer correctly and you'll get the Draw Poison spell, which lets you cure the effects of poisoning in combat and out in the overworld as well. Next time he'll show up is at Castaway Cove with a riddle about Nazcan symbols. That's like the weird old-timey alphabet they'll give you in the book, about the Tools of Wizardry page. So if you look at the page, there are two pieces of text that you can decode. You'd think it was the one up near the wizard's head, but that's not actually the one he's looking for. If you look closely, like zoom in real close on the wizard's robe, and you'll see some more symbols woven into the fabric. When you translate those into the common tongue, or, English, it reads finest fiber. So type that in the answer box, and for solving this riddle, Horace will give you the Vacate spell, which lets you instantly transport yourself out of a dungeon or a dangerous area and then back into the overworld. And after this, you can find him near the Fairy Godmother in the Fairy Grounds. So you go over that bridge from the Fairy Grounds, and then he's right there. He'll ask you what the most crucial ingredient is to a good hamburger, which is kind of a weird thing for him to ask, but whatever. So you look up the ingredients found in different burgers, and you'll find that there's only one that they have in common, which is crispy lettuce. So this puzzle will net you the alchemic formula for Sage's Secret, which is really helpful because it restores both health points and mana points. Alright, so moving on, once you make your way to Hamlin in Autumnia, Horace is standing on that observation area kind of overlooking the main street of the city. He'll mention something about familiars from the Automata family. Those are the machine robot ones. And he'll ask you to find how many of them exist on a certain page in the Wizard's Companion. There's 5 of them. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So tell Horace this much, and he'll give you a page with the Chart Chest spell, which basically just shows you the locations of hidden item chests inside dungeon cities. The next location you'll find him in is in Yule. It's that frozen city on the island to the western side of the map. He asks you to tell him the name of a particular flower, so have a good look at the one that he's talking about, and then turn to your companion and find them in the materials page in the provisions section. It's called the Blizzard Bloom flower, and so tell him that, type it in, and as a reward for solving this one, you'll get the Cloudburst spell, which deals a small amount of damage in combat, but it also gives you the chance to nix your enemies, which is great. Then, further along in the game, once you arrive in Perdita, you can find Horace in the Swift Solutions by the job board. He'll give you some weird, cryptic questions about locations found in the Wizard's Companion, and you basically have to find one that has something that no other one has. It might take a while to figure out if you weren't, cheating and using this video, but it's the Nazcan symbol for number 6, which is only found on Old Smoky in the Summerland South. So you can either enter Old Smoky, or Jabal al-Dukhan, which is like the old-timey name for it, I guess. So you can either of those into the answer box for it to count as correct, and then they'll give you the Veil spell, which prevents creatures from detecting you from a distance. When you're in the overworld, running around, that means if they're a few clicks away, they won't come running at you. But good thing is, after you solve this riddle, you've only got 2 left. So the next time you're going to run into your little ghost pal is back in Ding Dong Dell, right where you first encountered him. This riddle is a little bit more complex, as you've got to translate a couple of passages from Nazcan to English and then find out what the meaning is behind them. Lucky for you, we've already translated it and solved the puzzle, so you're welcome. The text on the rune translates into mix black stroke of the first and second spell to make another that will serve you well. They really like rhyming in this game, and it kind of makes me angry. Regardless, this just means that you have to take the black part of the symbol from the first and second spell, that's Form Familiar and Gateway, and see which spell has both of these markings in it. The answer is Unleash, so punch that in and you'll learn Thunderstorm, which is a powerful storm attack that will affect all the enemies that you're fighting against. It's really handy, especially against mechanical enemies, or any of them who are weak against, thunder or electricity. The final riddle and the final spell is found at Ara Memoriae, which is the spot where you go right before you're about to face the White Witch. And you'll run into a much older version of Horace. He's regained some of his memory and, asks you to find a clue he's left as a warning about the evil Council of 12 or whatever, somewhere in the Companion. He says it's got something to do with their clothes, so flip to the equipments page about armor and cloaks and whatnot. You'll notice that certain letters in the description for the wizard's robe appear in red and they spell out beware. But that, couldn't possibly be it. Could it? I mean, who would just write beware in secret letters? Oh, wait. Okay, yeah, so that's it. So type in wizard's robe, and then you'll get that spell. He'll get his memory back and reveal a bunch of stuff that you already knew, but he'll give you an awesome new spell. Astra, though expensive, is incredibly powerful, more so than Evenstar and Mornstar combined, pretty much. So if you've already completed the story, this means you've now collected all the spells in the game and successfully unlocked the Magic Master Trophy. So congratulations. If you haven't completed the story yet, then why are you still watching this? Close the video, get off the internet, and go beat the game, so you can spend another 1,000,000 hours just screwing around. Or just get on a dragon and fly around some more, because let's be honest, that's fun as hell. So that'll do it for the Magic Master Trophy. For everything else on Ni no Kuni on the PS3, keep it locked right here on IGN.